There is a strange power in silence, not the emptiness of words left unspoken, but the weight of a presence that commands respect without demanding it. We live in a world that screams for attention, where voices clamor for validation, yet the most formidable force is the one that does not shout. The true mastery of influence does not come from persuasion, nor from clever arguments. It comes from the unshakable calm of one who has mastered himself. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The same principle applies to how others perceive us. When we are unmoved by the chaos around us, when our words are measured and our actions deliberate, people cannot help but notice. Respect, real respect, arises naturally when others recognize that we are not driven by impulses, but guided by reason and discipline. Consider Epictetus, the former slave-turned philosopher, who observed that those who understand their own minds are never at the mercy of others. We can choose silence when provoked, restraint when anger calls, and patience when impatience reigns. These are not acts of weakness. They are demonstrations of power. To win respect without speaking, we must first cultivate a fortress within, one that is impervious to judgment, envy, or provocation. Observe the world. Those who rage, boast, or demand attention may be loud, but they are hollow. True authority belongs to those whose presence is steady, whose eyes reflect clarity, and whose actions speak louder than any speech could. The quiet individual is a mirror of control, the observer of truth, the one who embodies wisdom without declaring it. People are drawn to strength, even when it is subtle. They sense the mind that is disciplined, the character that is unwavering, and the soul that refuses to bend to frivolity. So let us cultivate ourselves in silence. Let our deeds be precise, our judgment fair, and our hearts untroubled by the noise of others. Speak when it is necessary, act when it is essential, but otherwise, let the power of your calm, your clarity, and your self-mastery speak for itself. Respect will follow naturally, not because it is demanded, but because it cannot be denied. True respect is not given. It is earned in silence. It is forged in the moments when no one is watching, when our patience is tested, and when our self-control is demanded. We live in a world obsessed with noise, constant chatter, endless opinions, superficial validation, but the one who masters the art of quiet command sees beyond this illusion. Seneca reminds us, "It is a rough road that leads to the heights of wisdom." And so, to win respect without speaking, we must first master ourselves, navigating the turbulence of our own emotions with relentless discipline. People are naturally drawn to stability. When we remain composed under pressure, when anger, fear, or envy arise and we do not yield, others sense a strength they cannot fully articulate. They feel it in our presence, even without words. A calm mind, like a still lake, reflects clarity and depth. The one who does not react impulsively, who chooses reason over emotion, who observes before judging, exudes a quiet authority that commands attention. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." It is this inner power, invisible yet undeniable, that cultivates respect effortlessly. Moreover, true respect is born from consistency. People watch even when we believe no one does. Our habits, our integrity, and our steadfastness under adversity reveal the character that cannot be faked. Epictetus taught that freedom comes from aligning our actions with reason and virtue. By living according to our principles, regardless of external chaos or approval, we silently demonstrate our mastery over life itself. Others recognize this mastery instinctively. They are drawn to it, even if they cannot articulate why. Finally, silence is not passivity, it is deliberate restraint. Speaking for the sake of speaking weakens authority, while action rooted in purpose reinforces it. The words we do choose to speak carry weight because they are rare, intentional, and meaningful. And when our actions align with our integrity, our wisdom, and our self-control, the world cannot help but respect us. Respect, then, is not a prize to be demanded. It is a reflection of the discipline, clarity, and strength that we cultivate within ourselves in a world that mistakes noise for power. The power of presence outweighs the noise of words. Those who truly command respect understand that silence can speak louder than speech. In a society addicted to self-promotion, to constant commentary, to endless declarations of status, the one who restrains their voice becomes an enigma, a figure whose actions and demeanor are heavier than any argument. As Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Likewise, respect is not built on the number of opinions we broadcast, but on the depth of our restraint and the weight of our integrity. By holding our words, we show that we are not swayed by trivial matters, that our focus remains on what truly shapes character, virtue, self-control, and wisdom. We cultivate this respect through mastery of our emotions, anger, impatience, jealousy. These are the tools that the unwise wield, often unknowingly revealing their weakness. But the person who remains calm, who observes before reacting, who allows their mind to digest and understand before responding, projects a strength that cannot be challenged. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek truth, by which no one was ever truly harmed." This quiet receptivity, this ability to remain unshaken by provocation, commands the silent admiration of those around us. People instinctively respect those who can navigate life's storms without losing themselves to them. Beyond emotional mastery, respect grows through disciplined action. It is not enough to refrain from words. One must engage in meaningful deeds. Every choice, every habit, every act of integrity becomes a testament to a life ruled by reason rather than impulse. The world notices consistency. It senses authenticity. When our actions consistently reflect our principles, the respect of others becomes inevitable, not because we demanded it, but because it is drawn to those who have cultivated inner strength. Finally, there is an inherent mystery in those who speak sparingly, yet act decisively. Silence, coupled with deliberate action, creates a magnetic authority. Our presence communicates that we are not distracted by the trivial, that our energy is reserved for the meaningful, and that our life is aligned with purpose. In this we see the timeless Stoic truth, that power, influence, and respect are cultivated inwardly, first through mastery of self, then through the deliberate projection of our virtue into the world. And in this silent strength, the world listens, whether we utter a word or not. If you found value in this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Join us on this journey of self-mastery, inner strength, and quiet power. Remember, true growth happens silently, within, and the world will notice without you needing to shout. Stay disciplined, stay resilient, and we'll see you in the next video.